WGN, a high-tech brain mapping procedure that helped to save this woman's beautiful voice.
In Times Medical Watch, she's singing their praises, facing a career-threatening brain surgery. A local opera student based hope for her life's passion on the performance of local doctors, setting the stage for success.
It's called Mi Sueño, My Dream. This is my little nostalgic goodbye to you all.
Sandra Morante has a good reason to feel nostalgic. After all, the 25-year-old's life has played out much like one of the dramatic works she's performed as an opera major. In the first act, an accident that left 35% of her body badly burned.
I was in the hospital for about a month and a half in intensive care. I went through a lot of rehab.
Then, last September, as she was rehearsing her role as Cinderella at the Chicago College of Performing Arts,
everybody started to look for when I'd come in my entrance, and I had a grand mal seizure. And at that point, I don't really know what happened.
This is Sandy's brain. You can see this dark region is where there's the tangle of blood vessels from the AVM.
An arteriovenous malformation, a tangled mass of blood vessels and arteries. But it was the location of Sandra's AVM that thickened the plot.
This AVM is just right along the critical areas of processing music.
Tucked in the right temporal lobe, the area of the brain responsible for language, speech, tempo, and pitch. Surgically removing the AVM would have to be well orchestrated.
When you have an opera singer, you're talking about a much more sophisticated brain function that we don't on a daily basis think about when we're doing brain surgery.
So Sandra's doctor asked neuroimaging researcher Todd Parrish to compose a special test.
Normally he's mapping out arm and leg function and speech. And I called Todd and I said, Todd, I really need you to help me understand her opera ability.
The test we gave her was to listen and imagine that she's singing 4 of her favorite operas.
Sandra's brain lit up. Functional MRI images map the activity.
There's a lot of activation right around this AVM, and you can see it here. Along here is motor cortex, so this is tongue and some of the facial muscles being controlled for the opera.
I was expecting to find 2 or 3 locations, but in fact, many parts of the brain get activated during music, much like an orchestra.
Armed with a front row view, neurosurgeon Dr. Bernard Bendock removed the AVM while circumventing critical structures that fuel Sandra's talent.
In terms of the stakes of the surgery, this is probably one of the highest.
He seemed really loyal to the project of saving my voice, and he wanted to help save everything he could and preserve this thing that I'm driven by, which is music. I mean, I can't thank him enough.
To make sure the entire experience ended on a high note, Sandra invited Dr. Bendock to a post-surgery performance.
Just seeing her perform was probably the greatest reward a surgeon could ask for.